And we will. In my maluda, my blood away. See your boy every day we play. Oh, in my name like it. Oh, they are good and give our last one. What can we do? Atia bongi bongi, be atia bongi bongi. Sheria bongi kiyo kaina o. Atuka yebete kuse. Izo ruwa adia, para maluda kaya ruwa seo. Ine enju seo prene, ine nike o. Bébé I don't think chez toi. Atuka yebete kuse. Dans le matin, j'ai pris un taxi compteur. Destination à la maison chez moi. Il n'y a pas de bouée. Plein il y a dit au tilo boléo. Il y a flacon au tilo boléo. Hey! C'est la seule maladie au plus yo. Ok, il y a HDP. Il y a un peu d'olivier de Bassobli. Ok, il y a Elianke. Oui, à boisson. C'est oui, non, on est à ta napoa. Ana onene nyo no chenyo so. Tize jati yanyo mikeo. Daze luki yanyo mungu kanda o. Oti ya gwendi wewezu. Président de Lemon-Luc, Tiens, son à quoi vous faites. Et puis, il y a Laurence Boulake. Moi, je suis mon dawe. Quand il y a chef de grillé de. Il y a Daniel K. Tiens, dit moi, bébé. Tiens, les beaux, vous chérie. Mais à ça, tiens, d'être au. Apo, à Dieu, aïe, bon. C'est maman château, oui, ma bête, n'a plein au coin. C'est maman Siloni, oui, ma bête, compris. Amanya Zaya, et Brado Jazz, Abéanya Gaïsaya. Voisin, Clavano, mon chéri, wow. Vendredi, et puis d'abord, et y'a mais ça veut dire que on voit un yado. Un béana, l'intelligence. Autorité caméléon. On a envoyé Maris. Ok, le roi David, le problème, c'est Rumoa. Zapatoni, le fils de Dieu. On est à Maro, au Pékin. C'est un Maclin. Ils vont nous avoir we be the Indian Drio. We can do the Wembley way, yo, then your way, your mind Wembley way, yo. So alone, it was I get there, so we are for you, have never go, you don't need yo. All I'm out of that, they for premier. So say, I am a mother, say, Roland, with my playo, because I will bet it. Papa, you go out here, just go up for you. And get no more, baby, so I buy and get go. If we ain't a major, chérie, en tout cas, des fois, autorité masse, son moulin, Avignon, il veut m'agréer, son balade, un bien balade, blowé, les miens pour un bon dessous, les nerfs, mon équerre, comme un tangoy, ouais. Mon voyant, ça gagne, pas le monde, que comme Florian, la diane, à que des filles de soins. Mais à combiner, quand j'ai appelé le dignoba. La big bubble in the rose, and I know what I have done. See, I got it, I know. President to go out there, the trouble. I said, with my president, I know. Mama Ivana, you can be a problem. Don't when you know it, I know. I said, I know when my player there, Jawi. Okay, I know that you Gayado, Mamula. He said, I know. Mon vieux pépé, Eric. Car il n'a pas son cœur. He said, I know. Nous n'avons pas mis que. Il n'a pas fait la J. Assez mauvais là. Soit, arrangez Jova. Aïssa, oh. Et Fred Lodiès. A plus mal le clavier là. Yeah. Ne. Amla. Oh. Différents stades de progrès. Suppose que nous, l'autre ayant battu un nom noir. À ce moment là. Pour nous, il n'y a pas. Abriant pour nous, il n'y a pas. Pour les accueillir, pour les voyages, les bureaux, qui a blé à une boîte de yo, qui a blé à job avec yo. Il y a plein de jaloux, c'est que là. Qu'ils m'ont eu quand fait, ils m'ont dit, oui, ça plaît, qu'elle plaît. Pour ces noms blancs, nous n'aurons pas posé moi. Soit que t'es envoyé moi. Boubarabano, pendant à venir. Soit que yo, voyez si. Faïfa Valérie déclare à Pabou. C'est le sérieux de Seiko. Malou d'Abléao. Quand il y a mon nom, on dit ça doit ouais. Mais comme n'a pas Babléao. Donc, pour lui, premier soir, il y en a fougo en tête. Ok, il y a un chanteur. Papa Bade Hiro, hein. Il y a un semi au déquet. Maman Dogas, et à Javi à quoi vous plaît. Le cœur des malades à Kéman. Cette ligne de la marque, il y a d'autres amis. Au piano, m'a dit. C'est là, oui, Bamou, parce que le produit n'est do ya fue. Se de no vaya de bro ese we ma o. Na de jo monyo we a presi. Marito we monyo da o se we ma. General Kao Abdel Bachi. Chimera jibru chada. Estele monyo we a o ke abeku. No ma kuri mo ma o se we ma. Ne blega monyo da so. Dan solo di odi. Se bani di wo ma we a o. Marina monyo we a yo do fuake. Do ni go ino wa ne so. Do we so ani se we. Sara do monyo we a o. Ivana monyo da o monyo da. Rashela monyo da so. Ma valedio. From Valerie monyo we a o yo de.
Do you want to share your events with the world? Why not contact us? We are Liberia Public Radio, LPR. We are the specialists in advertisements, commercials, radio and TV services. We have the professionals that can help you sell your products and provide live coverage of all events such as weddings, conventions, graduations, reunions, anniversaries, sports, birthdays, baby showers, religious activities, funerals, and many more. Take your phone right now and call any of the following numbers: 682-433-8802, 267-648-6089, 484-786-337, or 916-533-2048. Our customer service representatives are waiting to take your call and give you the needed assistance. It is LPR, the home of excellent media services, and your friends in business.
Good evening. Welcome. We want to welcome our viewers and listeners across the globe. Let me give some good lights around here. We want to welcome you. Today is Wednesday, and Days is your most informative news magazine, all things considered. So I want to welcome you this evening, this morning, depending on your location. If this is your first time, we say you are wholeheartedly welcome. Thank you for joining us here. Joe Fame, my own sister. Now, if you don't know the meaning of this song here, contact Madam Josephine Campbell right there in Des Moines, Iowa. We'll tell you the meaning here. Beauty is not just all to it. There is major portions of being a beautiful woman. So we are traditionalists, and we always like to do this to I support and maintain our culture. Those are guys from neighboring like Cote d'Ivoire. Their songs, it contains message. It's not just boom, 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 but the message contained in it. Just beauty, and you get some bad, horrible ways. That doesn't make you a human being. It don't necessarily have to be a woman as I feel. But we want to welcome you. This is All Things Considered, as usual. So let's welcome to Margaret. Margaret, I'm not sure, but this seems to be your first time, or maybe second time. I'm not too sure, but we'll try to keep track of people that comes through, and we want to encourage them to stay. If this is the first time, we say you are wholeheartedly welcome. And if this is the first time, so let me take this time to dedicate this whole show for just jumping in, for popping in here this evening. And I encourage you to stay and evaluate what we say. Let us get your feedback with respect to how we do it. We need to improve, and we'll feel to improve now and then give an NTR. But just the first time, hang in there, bear with us, and see whether we can play here. I want to find it. No, this is not examiner. I'm trying to find the right banner here. Just bear with me here a little bit here, a little bit. I know sometimes, I gotta be doing tic-a-tic-a-toe until I get what I want. Oh, Jesus, this should be where we are. Are you kidding me? No, I think this is where we're supposed to be. This is All Things Considered. We want to welcome you and all of our viewers. Cheat going do. Good to have you. Koto Jala Balayan. This is our senior analyst based in New Jersey era, a strong supporter of President Joseph Newman Boyka. I don't know why she didn't go to the diaspora conference. Yeah, the conference is over now. We are still holding our breath to see the outcome. I have reached out to the principal organizers to see what was the lesson learned, what they took away, um, and what we need to know, and perhaps how it can be done differently. Our goal is just not only to poke in the eyes of the government. When we're having these conversations, we mean what as to how things can be improved. We know the first phase of things is always not 100%. There's a room to make accommodation. There's a room to improve the system. Only even they are willing to take suggestions. That's why we always like to do here on this network. So we are not, we shouldn't be seen as people who anti-government. We're not a favorable be the opposition, but we must stand in the middle to create a conversation that people will be able to make an informed decision. To all of the analysts, the link is already out there, and of course, we want to encourage you to come on. And today is All Things Considered, so meaning we will give our audience the opportunity. From Wednesday to Wednesday, a lot happened. The president was here, ability was here. What are they going by? I don't know what they're coming for here. They were here. President was in Washington, D.C. Ability was in this homeland of brotherly love and sisterly affection. I don't know whether some cow was slaughtered there, whatever the case. Alexander Benedict Cummings will be going to Atlanta, Georgia. We are hearing George Weah will be coming here. Wow. This seems to be you have turned United States into a swing state or a battleground, potentially. Cheerleader, your own sister, Emma, good evening. Welcome. Thank you for joining us here this evening. Tonga, good to have you here. And all of our great friends, Turet, good evening, good afternoon, depending on your location. We say thank you. Just hit a share button to invite someone at your company. You can disagree with me on my talking point. That is okay. All we call for here is mutual respect to civility. And that's the good thing. We just have to say as a reminder to those that just jumping in or maybe first time here. The folks on this network, and that we can give them credit. All of you, trust me, your credit score will go up high. Just go to any car dealership, you get a new car, the interest will be the lowest ever. You go there, your credit now something another one, the number is not on me, on you. But we want to thank you so much for your tolerance, for your commitment. You're doing this not because you do not have work to do, not because you just want to kill time, but there is something much greater than you just joining conversations every evening, be it Lpr or any other network. There's an ultimate goal. There's a reason for that, because you want to see, some of you want to make an informed decision based on the conversation these hosts of different networks want to be having. And of course, some come there to see whether their people are part of the choir. And of course, if you don't say what they want you to say, then you are being labeled and you're not a good person. But the traditions of this network, we don't tell people what they want to hear. Only one man does that with his group is the liberal progressive, because he has a hidden agenda, and we will have to stand up against and fight the liberal, not physically, but to make him to do the right thing. He is doing everything possible to liberalize this network, which is unacceptable. All must be given the opportunity to make their voices to be heard, whether you are sedition, you are Wiashin, you are Boashin, you are UPIS, you are ANC, you are Cummins, or whatever it is. As long as they are Liberian, they must have the opportunity to have these critical conversations. That's the true nature and representations of the Liberia Public Radio, and that has to be maintained. But the liberal and his ally, they are doing everything. And this is why when he's on, he feels intimidated when I'm on. And they will join rank to try to silence me because they see my voice as being critical. I'm not part of them. To the extent my own friends, they are all being, the liberal has poured in the water against me. But would not be deterred. That old man cannot drive me from this network. No matter he has naturalized himself as a citizen of Lofa County. He has abandoned his origins. He has deserted Nigeria because he's going to where the gravy is. He don't speak Bandi. He doesn't speak Gisi. He doesn't speak Loma. But he said he's citizen of Lofa now. And they have granted him that citizenship. But he never stops eating palm butter. I don't know why he's not eating toboggi, but every time I call his house, they are cooking palm butter. Lofa people don't eat palm butter. So sooner or later, he will be declared persona non grata. Good evening, welcome to the show. I'm Afonso Zienso. One of our analysts is here, Koto Jalabalayant. I'm going to be bringing you in here very shortly, but let's take this quick commercial commitment, and I will be right back.
From the West African nation of Côte d'Ivoire, Liberia Public Radio and Television present Business Diary. This program focuses on the activities of business institutions and individuals in society.
I'm Jeremiah Sawu Senior, CEO of All Nation Bank. It has been very good to have this business established here. We are 1 year since we opened here in Anono. There have been few challenges here that have faced in this country, and that is all about the language. But here instead, I refuse to be deterred. I refuse to be discouraged. I open a business and things have been fine.
My name is Mercy Wangari-Langa. I am a finance officer working for an international organization. I have a master's degree in business administration. So today I'd like to take the opportunity to talk to you about the COVID pandemic and how it has affected the business sector in terms of me working in an organization, an international organization.
Don't miss out. Be my guest. It's coming soon on Liberia Public Radio and Television.
Business Director with our Abidjan Bureau Chief Ben Tibet, our analyst here with Zese Marching in. We say good evening, welcome. Let me bring in Koto Jalad Balayans, one of the Boashins, one of the strong supporter of the Boashins and Labor fan as well. But sometimes they can clash here. Bamboo can devour cola. It can be easy. That's a good thing about LPR. Nothing is guaranteed. They can be for you today. The next day is NTR. That's it. Koto, good evening. Happy May week. Koto, are you hearing me? I think she's frozen. You want to unmute your mic? Koto, are you there? Okay. Are you there now?
I'm there. Am I audible?
Yes. What you call your okay? I thought that you didn't pay your internet, and that's why everything was doing. I said, you're in the picture, your internet, you can go on and then what's about all? Okay. Good evening. How you doing, my sister?
Evening, Mr. So. How are you? And evening to the people that are listening to us around the world. I'm glad to be here tonight to
Okay.
discuss Liberia, the place home I've loved. Yeah, I'm glad to
Well,
be here tonight.
okay. I don't know why the reception is not a reception that I really know of you, but we'll see how it plays out. But maybe, who
Yeah,
knows? Probably, maybe the Libra is
am I
hijacking your
audible?
system. Yeah, it's kind of the voice is being distorted in and out. I think the Libra is in your system. The Libra is he's the Russian type of guy that we have here. When he's not on, then he tries to temper with people things. You're engineer, you want to do everything. Okay, but let's see who can manage it. Um, how was your day so far? Okay, I think she went off. You need to come back on. Hey, Mr. Hinnon, what's up, my man? John, long time not see you. How you doing? Good evening. Welcome to the show. Let's see here. A lot been going on. And we'll try to activate this number here so that we're going to have people to call in here for us to have their conversation. A lot is unfolding right here. All of the players, principal players, decision policy makers, stakeholders, they were all here. They are gone back home. What next? We saw the incidents with the police officer that got killed. We don't know all of the details. We're hearing bits and pieces, people giving information, the interpretation as to what happens, whether it was an intentional thing or some sort of carelessness, maybe some sort of precautionary measures were being taken and that did not happen. All of that factor in. We'd like to have an open conversations, and the purpose, the reason for this conversation is to correct our mistakes, not they, but all of us as a people, as a nation, and things that we do here as well. Tina, good to have you here. Tai Jane, good to have you here. Yorka, welcome. If this is the first time, we say you are wholeheartedly welcome. This is the Liberia Public Radio, 10 Lpr-Tv. Koto just went up, but I'm going to as soon as she comes back, we're going to get it. So let me put this number out here. I won't really want to. But besides that, like I say, we are a traditionalists. So we entertain people to whatever people that is doing to promote their culture, their heritage, their homeland. We also prioritize that. We also like to take that into serious concern. So we must understand the how people respect their culture. And this song that I'll just play here, there's another version to it. The same guys. I love it because of the message, not just only the rhythm, not just only the beat, but I love it. And so there's a girl, I asked for her permission to play this here because I saw this video. I love it, but I think Koto is back. Let's see here. Hello, Koto?
Yeah, am I audible now?
Yes. I had to call the laborer to let your assistant to free your assistant because you were caught. And that's why you see everything is okay. That woman there, that woman, a hell of a woman. Good evening. Happy Wednesday. Today Wednesday, right?
Yes, today is Wednesday. I
I
did
know
this
what.
latest night, and
Oh, ladies, nice.
Liberia, it was called latest night. I don't know whether they stay meeting last year, but
Why is it not called ladies night in America?
well, I don't know. I haven't heard it here. Maybe I don't know, but I remember we used to call it ladies
America, like working night. I want part of working working night.
working night, man. You see, we still doing the work, man.
Yeah, but good to have you here. Thank you for all what you do, your commitment to this network. Coming here, and like I said, it's not easy. It takes people to have a commitment to do this thing. Sometimes people can be crazy, tired, beat up,
Sure.
when you pick the banana and the leaf and it just fall down the blue. But we sign up to do it. We talk, people get at oh, which is okay because we get at people, so they gotta get at us too. But the tolerance being exhibited on this network by all of the analysts and even especially the viewers, they are very, very, very respectful. Even if they are arguing, some of the things that I see post or thread interaction on other network, I don't see it like that. People, even if they disagree with their peers, they kind of get their point through to make them to convince that this is what they are saying. The civility is absolutely amazing. So let's welcome our own Paulina Corporal of LPR.
I don't know whether
Hmm? The what?
I don't know if Breakaway could see me live. Or if Breakaway could see me live now, I don't know what he could do. What could become of me?
Breakable is obsessed with you. Breakable say they say Breakable say you should join CDC, but you're not joining CDC, so that is something that is bothering to Breakable. Baziman to Benedict, good to have you. Good evening, Atta. Good evening. So let's start the ball rolling here. What the guy is gonna come here. A lot been going on. How is your day so far?
Well, so far, I want to thank God for this day because it's been a nice day for me. Because once you get up daybreak and you get yourself ready, go to work and get their job going on, that is just something that we should thank God for because not many have that opportunity to get up, go to work, and interact. But I'm gonna say thank God for that, and I'm grateful.
I'm grateful. Here come our guy, Aliu. Aliu is one of our prime time. Mr. Kruman, good to have you. Good evening. Thank you so much. Bito is here. So, this thing seems to be tired. Are you getting tired about discussing this liberal business here?
Sometimes I get frustrated, and I'm kind of like, things not going forward, things not improving, but I'm like, stay, I'm not giving up because I think
It's not
no.
improving.
Well, I mean, it's relative. When I say that, what I'm saying is because the way things happening, you see, you get up and see, somebody being young, being murdered by a taxi driver, and police being disrespected. In another case where you see police, not doing the right thing, you know, I get frustrated about it. But again, it tells me that we are going somewhere because when you see these things are flag out and we are discussing it, it means that I something has to be done about it, and we expect that it be done in a swift and possible time. That's why I'm saying it's not that uh, government is doing wrong or the people are doing. I'm talking about what we are not doing yet that I think needed to be done. That's what I'm speaking of. Because we still want to be in our own nature as Liberians and we advocating for change, but are we really waiting for that change to occur in our life? Because what comes with change is painful. I change is like nobody like to be changed, but situation has to make you change, and in certain condition you have to change, and this is where we are. We really want for our country to develop. We want to improve our lives, but what are we doing to do this? This improvement into our lives is what we are not. I'm not saying, but I think something will be done because we keep talking about it. And I would, for me, sometimes I get frustrated, but I'm not tired discussing it there because I know it might delay, it might be slow, but at the end of the day, we might get somewhere with it. I think that's what I believe.
Dr. Jones, good you came at the right time. You heard one of the Russians say things are not improving, things not moving the way, but taking a sabbatical and tactical position now and kind of try to restructure it. So it looks like I think they're going to be calling their ally then the Reverend, the political Reverend from Minnesota, the liberal from California to see here, and sooner or later Rescue One Rescue 2 gonna be coming. Okay, but we hear it loud and clear. Uh,
Mhm. Yeah, and I'm not here like one of those like last night we were here with Prince Cherie. I never heard one of them saying that anything was wrong with their government. And I can sit here and say that today there are things that are going on that we need to flag up, like one with the police and one with our citizens. And we also have to flag these things out. We want development, but we see people, going against what development is. And if we say we want development in another way, we have to bear some pain in it. And as you know, my parents used to live in the barracks. My father had one of the, when they say concrete building, those days you hadn't saw concrete building in the barracks that was going towards the executive mansion then. But they had to demolish it then because they were trying to rebuild the barracks. And that was a pain that my parents went through. They ended up moving in a quick zing round building that was not like the previous one they had because they had to be relocated.
All right.
Yeah, so that's what it
Yeah,
is.
you.
Development is painful.
Okay, we hear you, we hear you, we hear you. Dr. Jones, good evening. Today is Wednesday. The president is back home. I don't know what ability is still within the corridor of Pennsylvania. ANC coming is coming. Uh, Former President George Weah will be coming, and they will be coming and coming and coming. What are they coming for? We don't know. We don't have access to them that much, even if we try to reach out to them, which is okay. The conference, the diaspora conference, is over. I'm still holding my breath. I've reached out to the organizer if we can have a conversation. They were magnanimous. They came here before the conference and they promised to return after the conference. I'm not going to be judgmental. I'm going to hold my breath. Oh yeah, we come. One of the one of one of the disciples of the coming, they coming. You know that joy we are son, they coming, they give me. What are boys answer? They disappear or what? Okay, Dr. Marley, let me just bring you in. Good to have you here. Thank you for all what you do for this network, the commitment and the expertise. If you're on a CNN Fast News, man, you're gonna be making good money. But yeah, pa, the analysts can support a network. That's how we are, and that is good. Even though people want, they want to buy or out, they want to something, but we all standing our ground saying no, we'll do it. Today is
They want to buy
Wednesday.
you out, Mr. Sue?
Oh man, you know how many people they're not just not been no. Well, look at 2029, we all will go because that labrador there is some kind of country. You either Johnson
Yeah,
kind of
you gotta see your
Baptist
own.
or Methodist Church or SDA are looking for never die church, but yeah, never die church now they don't have none again. So hopefully we get that, then I will find that. Of course, politicians looking for people who will sharpen their message. They're looking for consistency. And now the people they can they do so. They will they party this year. If it didn't go well next year, then they jump to this side. Then they say they want to. Why are you going to tell me to convince me when you are unable to fix what happened in the system? We're going to come to that. Let me go to Dr. Mallett. Dr. Mallett, it's good to have you here this Wednesday. What's going on? Too much happening at once.
Yeah. How are you, CEO? And how are you, man of God?
Yeah, Doc.
Well, I think I heard Koto try to express her frustration about her expectation.
She fought that inside tonight. Thou power concrete hall where the baby BTC that I care for that.
Well, I would just like to take my dear sister on a memory tour. Development is not an event, it's a process. And it's also in the eyes of the beholders. The government will tell you a lot more that they have done well. And opposition will tell you how to see it. The men of God will also bring your own analysis in there. The host of a media institution will give you a different spectrum. So what I'm driving at is that the word development, I think it's perceived differently by different population. So I don't want for Koto Balayan to get submerged into frustration, and she just got to flow along as as we all flow along. Because what is happening in Liberia right now, I may not call it development, but I may give it a different name, and on will go. This thing being on now 178 years. So at this point in time, we can't get frustrated. We just got to keep moving on and keep pointing at some loopholes. You see? Yeah. But for tonight, I think I'm a little bit concerned about the proliferation or the trooping in of the growing alien population in that country. It's something that have captured my attention. And I wish probably we would dare move into it tonight, because it seems to be there are a lot of opportunity in Liberia. But I also want to believe that there's too many different type of alien in the system, jamming our system, even jamming employment, the jamming almost everything, even the liberalization that where people supposed to be selling water, alien are all involved into this thing, charcoal business when our people supposed to be doing these things. So it's something that I would really want to talk about tonight, because I talked to one ex-immigration officer. He was almost speaking like Madam Koto Jala, associating some of his thought with a lot of frustration. I said, no, this is how Liberia was designed. And we'll go into the details later.
And I think then that sort of validate your argument here, because Koto just make life easier for us here tonight. Analyst, a strong supporter, a strong advocate, politician slash nurse, and all of that because it means she has diagnosed the case of everything medically, and being a politician, everything. So she was quite correct and with what they guys said. But let's see what the Bible says. Politics is also derived from the Bible, and we know the origins of politics and how the Bible is so much deep. So we have a political reverend here also. He said he's not a politician. He whatever man, boy, he is grounded in politics. So I don't know which of the hand are holding the Bible and which of the hand are holding the other thing here. But you know that Librarian, you can do plenty of things at the same time simultaneously. Let's bring in Tara Collins from Minneapolis, Minnesota, senior analyst of the Liberia Public Radio, and also strong supporter of President Jose Numa Boyka. Collins, good to have you here. Your ally says she's frustrated. I don't know what the Liberal are going to say. I'm not sure what you're going to say, but let's hear you. Is there frustration being expanded to you as well? Frustration?
Well, I would not say frustration, because I don't think I am. I'm not frustrated in supporting this government, because I'm seeing so many things happening, in as much as we are challenged, and I do get disappointed sometimes in some areas, but I'm highly of the expectation that great things are on the way. All right. And I cannot use the word frustration, because I'm not frustrated. There are several things this government have been initiating. First of all, the government listings to her citizens, the president listings. The president takes drastic actions, like today, when how you call it? Today when the Chief Justice, when that story came out about his son, fortunately today the son himself resigned. That means we're having a government that listings, number one. Number two, electricity is stable in the country. Just 2 weeks ago, people were running all over the place. We can't find Liberty. The people bring the rep right down. They did. We can't find Liberty. They that. Liberty is in the country. We don't hear that noise anymore. The exchange rate is stable. People call from Liberia. They're telling me that the rate is $800 for $5 US. They're telling me that rice, it can be bought. 1 cup of rice is sold now for $35, in the country. The people telling me that there is a stable electricity, gas price is stable. and gas prices at an all-time low. So just on a 1.5 year or 1 year, 8 months, these are the things that happen in roads, connectivity. Your city Zwedru, people go in and out. All right. The whole throughout the rainy season, now we're entering into another phase of dry season. For the whole rainy season, nobody complained about hitching in the mud. All the videos we were seeing on Facebook is not being, we're not seeing them anymore. Think about going forward, what is expected of this government that they will do. I know it's not gravy, but we need to understand that things are happening. There are other things that are like today. They talk the police officer that died. I also look at that. But one of the reasons why the police officers are not being respected is because they are not armed. What kind of policeman will go in the street with all gun? Then you expect for people to treat him civil? It's not possible because police as a whole threatens people. Their presence alone supposed to create a safety. But if the man himself is disarmed, what you think, how will he restore law and order? Most of our police and traffic police, they don't have no arm.
Hold on. So is the gun the prerequisite of having a disciplined officer who will also do what is right? They are much more. It's a component, because I don't want to be a soldier and say I soldier and then swinging my hand. What make you soldier? Then you're not soldier. You're a woman. I agree with that, but I don't think that just it is the miss. It's not just only it's not being armed. I think there are a lot much more. Okay. We're going to come. That's your points. And I hope that we're going to work within the confines of the conversation here this evening. So let's do it within a precise time. Koto, I think we're just kind of like chatting. I'm not sure whether you gave your news beat, your own highlight for tonight yet. Have you, or is that something you want to jump to now?
No, not yet. That's why, when I expressed my frustration, I didn't say that the government is not doing well, but I expressed my frustration on certain things that happen, and I get, I frustrated about, especially for the death of a young man, a police, that was killed. For me, every life is important, regardless of their status, regardless of their age or what color or whatever they may be. That breaks my heart, because I know that young man, and he's like practically grew up in the era I lived before, in the Barnes Bay era. Even his father, a policeman, even though he and I, some riots sometimes ago, but that does not give the right to lose his son. And I believe there was a young man that was growing up, and he could be potential in many ways to help our country. But today, we have to lose him. And with the people, our people around, frustrated of being removed, or the area being demolished, and not understanding what the demolition, what importance of this demolition on the development of this country. So those are things that I'm not frustrated about, but I can boast today that I did not regret supporting this government in power, because I can sit here and count numerous of things that this government have done that cannot be compared to even the president I supported before, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. So that I'm very proud of. Again, but I have to express my frustration when it comes to certain things that I'm not, done right there. And that would, from there where I actually express my frustration. And I looking at also at people, they call themselves politicians, they call themselves supporters. I want for Liberians to look at Liberia, not individuals. I want for us to say, okay, this for because I like XYZ, but because of my country, I can do this, I can cherish this. I saw a sedition today on Facebook where he kept everything. He said, regardless of my affiliation with the CDC, But I must recognize that this country is doing well. At this time today, in our country, this time around, I could not drive on this road to go to Grand Jita. And I saw a Grand Jita lady also, and several other, Southeastern, praising this government. And those are things that we should look at today and say, yes, for me, I will not regret. And I don't think I regret for putting this man into power. We should, take that blind helmet or whatever bill from
Let,
our face to see what this government is doing as compared to what other government have done that today we can benefit of. I don't want people looking at the financial benefit individually, because that's what people looking at. What can go into my pocket? Okay, we have been having government putting money into individual pockets. What have this done for our country individually? We put it in our pocket, go have merrymake, and do nothing for our country. But if I see something is done for my country that we all can benefit, I think we should start looking in that direction to say, yes, this government is doing something better.
okay, this is good. All right, folks, let's take a quick break here till we'll be back, and we should get these conversation one at a time in a very timely fashion so that we will be able to have it. But like I said, the song that we're playing, there's a meaning, and those guys from neighboring La Cote d'Ivoire, I love their song because there's a message contained. And this lady, I asked her for her permissions, I love her creation, her TikTok, her videos, stuff, and think her dancing with this rhythm. It's like, you're in a city, there are some people in the town, right? When they say the whole town is gathering today, they don't care. So they're just sitting down. Don't sit there, the hardest Falankin, don't sit there, do something. So let's listen to this and we'll be right back. We'll get right in our conversation. Sometimes we're going to give entertainment to, there's a component in this industry, the entertainment center. Let's listen to this. What we do, we try to keep the culture. Don't sit down there. Everybody moving here, and then you probably sit. Why you sitting in the town for people going on the farm trying to get their produce? You get that in the town, you're not doing nothing. Get up and do something. Welcome to the show, guys. Thank you for being here. Let's get a conversation going. Let's do it. Dr. Jones, let me just start with you. The rescuers, they are here. I saw Rescue 3 crazy tweeting out already. That's what I do. You see the guy bang his head down there. He's sending message to their group. We here. They're trying to tie all down, and then they see them start coming. Dr. Jones, let's have it here. I think that's a valid point, and somebody kind of like supporting that from what I see from the few here. Why is it going like that? What are we not doing? Why are the authority, are they not aware of that? That people, some of the things that the ordinary citizen should be able to do, it's a two-way street. Are they willing to do it? Are they not willing to do it? Do they have the logistic? Do they have the support? Or people just taking their bread out of their mouth?
Yeah, I think this is one aspect of His Excellency President Trump policy I will really want to embrace, be introduced back home. It's about time that we audit alien status in our country and know who is there legally and who is not there legally. That's the first part. And secondly, I just read in the paper that was last week, they job permit given to huge population of alien in that country. And I can remember sometime when we were back those days when we were in Ghana, and some all were in school and we're doing some research. And it's clearly stated in the immigration policy of Ghana that employment cannot be made available to a foreigner except in the instance where there are no qualified Ghanaians. Those were patriotic lines, you see. But I noticed since 1944, when this open door policy kicked into our society, but the late Tubman, and he stayed in power for 27 years, and it was intended to attract investor into the country. But instead of attracting investor now, it's like it's not an open door policy for all type of character moving into this system, whether some of them are jailbreaker, whether some of them are murderer from that country. You know, we have got a fragile border system where people just get in our country anyhow, anyway. But the most painful part here is that most of the people are involved in selling scratch car when our people supposed to be doing these things. Some of them selling cold water when our people supposed to be selling these things. The foreign ladies, they're all in our market, engaging all those spots, selling goods that our mothers and sisters supposed to be selling. A Sierra Leonean will bring store. Instead of employing Liberians, he will bring a whole battalion to be selling this thing here, deprive Liberian or some of these dollars. I think it's about time that we institute this show me your paper policy and now audit the entire alien status in our country and see who's supposed to already be there and who not supposed to be there. Because I think we have come too far now with the open door policy, loving foreigner than loving ourselves. And loving ourselves is supposed to be reflected in our system. So like the host said, what has gone wrong? I think too many things has gone wrong. First of all, the open door policy is a dangerous policy. We need to shut it down, you see. And the rest of the guys in the system, the naturalization policy, I think it's about time that we suspend the thing for the next 20 years and we don't give no naturalization to anybody in our country, and we'll order those who there. If you just brought one candidate and you send it around, Liberia is not a hustle ground. If you cannot bring investment, you can't bring factory, you stay to your country and get chance to our population to thrive. You see, it's about time now this thing work hand in hand with the agenda of our government in Liberia. Yes, okay. It's about time we put our feet up now.
Let me hold you there. This is a fascinating one here. I think the Liberal and Allah, Terry Cotto, I'm not sure from what I'm hearing, Dr. Jones Otavio Malina is calling for the establishment of ICE Liberia. Make sure everybody, people, everybody, people, you're coming from Cote d'Ivoire, you're coming from Guinea, you're from Salon, we need to review it. My goodness, the Liberal are going to really fly with this one here again, but we will have the conversation. There's a valid argument here pushing though. I'm not sure what is how the rule here, but Terry, you heard that. Terry, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, so, you heard what Dr. Mali said. On some of these some things here. First of all, are you in agreement with Dr. Mali? But where I see the pastor face now, it looks like that's not part of the rescue mission. The ECOWAS solidarity going to keep you right now. The pastor said, "Know that Nigerian man." The pastor know that Nigerian man already. Oh God. Okay. So you know I will not agree with what Dr. Mali is saying. So,
But here is the thing. You cannot be stringent on foreigners because foreigners help your economy grow, especially in Liberia. Most of the economy, the strength of our economy rests upon the shoulder of the foreigners, and that is obvious in Liberia. So if you start to become stringent on foreigners and try to become very rough with them, how do you expect for your economy to grow?
No, but
The
that's
Mandingos, they control the export. Yeah, go ahead.
but Terry, in fairness, Dr. Mali is not just he addressing specific issue. When we heard about this statement, open door policy, I think that door was closed. They didn't really open it. They opened it for certain group of people, and he was tying his kente on left side, smoking a cigar, and all of that. His guy, Felix Ofoboyent, Atman Secretary, that's not how they did their own policy. What Mali is saying here, there are some things that Liberians should exclusively do. You know, I know during the war, we went to different sub-regional countries. There are certain things that we were allowed to do,
But
and
Mr.
there are
So,
certain things we can't do those things in. So why our own is just as an open box, and it can be revisited.
Mr. So it's not because of foreigners. The laws on the books to protect Liberians. The reason why foreigners seems to be in charge is because the foreigners are the ones who are doing investment. Liberians do not invest in Liberia. So why will you blame the foreigner? The Fula man come to your country, he start from nowhere, and all of a sudden he built a shop, and everybody in the community go to the shop, and then they blame the Fula man for getting money and controlling things. He bring his children, he bring his family, and all of that. Or becoming very rough with foreigners does not give you leverage to controlling your economy. What gives you leverage and power to control your economy is you being able to invest into your own economy and take your economy in your hands by your own investment. But there are laws on the book that already give Liberians the power to do certain work, to achieve, to do certain businesses. Nobody's stopping them. But how many Liberians willing to do that? Liberians
So,
most Liberians
so
are
are you
focused
saying the
on
laws are there before I go to Koto? Are you saying the laws are there? But are you saying the laws are there to protect Liberians, but those laws are being ignored? Is that what I'm hearing? They're not being respected.
Well, I would not say the laws are being ignored. I would say the laws are on the book, but Liberians are not taking advantage of the opportunity that those laws provide for them.
So who is in charge of those laws? Because the law,
the government,
having the law and enforcing the law, they are two different things. I do agree. All the things that we've been talking is nothing new, but the implementation, the enforcement aspect is lacking, and there are people who are responsible for the enforcement aspect. So who is lacking?
Mr. So, I agree we have some deficit in the system.
My question
but the
is,
laws on the book give Liberians the power to do.
Yeah, the laws on the book, those laws they are supervised. There's a supervisor. Yeah, I'm asking who should enforce those laws, who should interpret those laws, who should make those laws to be of reality, not just only having
the work of the executive. Mr. So, the responsibility of the executive is to enforce law. They are the one to make sure that the law works for the people. So if you as a Liberian having a problem with initiating your own project or your own business, or like what happened to the few days with the labor ministry, wherein permits were given to or these guys were bringing their own people and taking Liberian jobs. And one of the senators highlighted it, which was in person of Senator Dillon. Thereby, the guy had to go back. That's why we send them in the house for. It's the three branches of government. They are responsible to make sure that Liberians Liberians benefit from the laws on the books. So the labor minister had to adjust to go back in-house and put things into place. But what my problem here is, Liberians are not taking advantage of the opportunity made available by the law.
You are confusing us here. Because you say they are not taking advantage, and people who are to enforce the law to make sure those laws, Liberian, whatever, no matter what, come first. Let me come to Koto. Probably Koto going to rescue you on this one. Nothing is guaranteed as well, because you still kind of like doing salad dressing here this evening here, because you don't want someone to be responsible. Koto, Dr. Mali brought in something, and I know we all know that is concerning. We all travel to different regions, and when it comes to some of those places, especially the Ivory Coast, the Ghana, and even in Sierra Leone, there are some things. I don't care what you do exclusively. Those benefits, those things go strictly to the citizen. Terry here, Liberian not taking advantage. I don't know how Liberian will take advantage when you are the supervisor of those laws. You are not executing, you are not implementing, you disadvantage your own people. You who's supposed to enforce the law, in turn breaks the law, and Terry now is blaming ordinary Liberian. I don't know where that scripture coming from which textbooks or which of the Bible, the unknown books that is out of the 66 books. Let me come to you. Dr. Mali brought something. Do you think it is time? And this is not this government alone. It has been there. But is it time now that we librarians need to take a step back and say, wait a minute. Now we hold this conference here coming. The people say, we can't invest, or we can't do this. Okay, saying it is one thing, and having it implemented and supporting it is another thing, because the president will be in favor of it. But the guy, the little guy who in a tight office, who's supposed to sign your paper, when he leaves that job, he go 1 week, nobody else can touch that paper until he or she come back. When he doesn't come back, it means you start from square zero. So there are a lot of complications, there are a lot of things attached to it. It's a time that we try to take a step back and say, hey, we've been doing this thing for 100 years, it's not working. We need to do it differently.
Thank you, Mr. So, I partially agree with Terence, and reason is I was in Liberia and I know what our weaknesses are and what our strength lie. We actually, and that's the truth about it. The opportunities are there for Liberians, but we are not making use of those opportunities we have. Let me have my business and let me see if another foreigner will come and sit beside me and make more money than I do as a Liberian, and see what complaint will I, give. For me, when I say something, I like to set example. I was in Liberia. I worked for an NGO there, and I could not work with government because I knew at the time the pay rate at the time could not sustain me. And what I did was to get a business that I was doing. And I saw people in the community started laughing at me, because what did they say? Oh, you get a degree, then you can't and doing business. Okay, fair enough. You're right. I get a degree, but I did not have the job at the time to pay me, to upkeep me. The job that were available, the pay rate attached to that job could not sustain me and my family. So I could not take the job and complain that government is not paying me. So this is the problem we have in Liberia. We say, oh, we want to sit in the government office. We want to sit in the offices. But yet the offices cannot pay us to pay our children, because many of us, we have children, 4 or 5 children. Government job cannot pay us to sustain our children. So what I started to do, the first thing I was doing cold water business. People, they didn't want to do those kind of businesses. They didn't want to dirty their hands. I saw coal in all, because I had a container that I was selling coal in. I used to bring the coal from other town, put it in a container and sell it by bag. People did not want to dirty their hands. Yeah, and those were the things I was doing and getting money. Then they wanted to come and be credited for me. The hands they don't want to get it. But the opportunities are there. I'm telling you that I was in Liberia, I was not working with government, and I was sustaining me and my family with that. So those are the vast opportunity we have. We're not making it. Nobody want to go to make garden. You make a little garden or a farm, you will sustain yourself. I never bought water green or potato greens because I have my backyard garden. The only thing I did bought my protein source or ingredients to put in my food. But how many person want to do that? They don't want to. We all want to say that and say government employer. And when you say it sometimes, they say, oh, you think you're getting opportunity. How do you get the opportunity? Try to empower yourself. You want certain thing done at a time. Somebody give you $5 or $10. Use that $5 or $10 to get a little profit out of that $5 that you will get that $5 tomorrow and get another $5. Gradually, you'll be sustaining yourself until you see yourself well up. But I'm just saying there as an encouragement to our people because I did it. I believe that a lot of people can do it and be successful in it. I came from that level and got in that same place that I started with cold water. I was able to get a gas station. I was able to get a mini mart, and I was able to get an internet cafe from that same business. How did I get there? It's just an encouragement that we can do it. So if I were doing it, no foreigner could come and compete with me in that place. I saw a Maduro man that came there. He started asking me. I was the only lady that he saw doing business that maintained the business for that longer term. Because not many people, you see, they open a shop today, you see, they're eating the principal and not keeping the money to buy another goods and replace it. And business strategy, you can't go and even credit money. You come and eat all the principal, and you know you have to pay the loan back. Many people mind are not to that level. Then they say we credit the money and we can pay. So you credit the money, make sure you sell your goods, keep the money that is good for the goods and eat the profit. So if you know you can't get a profit to keep you up, minimize certain level. I go to that job, we are economic thing. It's just the way you put it was completely different. If I were doing fancy hairstyle, I reduce that level. Forget about hairstyle or buy new clothes, buy new shoes, and manage for that time until my business grow. Then I'm able to buy all of these things. But I think this is the problem we have.
All right, before we go to Dr. Male, who brought in today's editions of this program is being brought to you. They are Inland's Dream Escape. For those of you who are travelers into Liberia, Europe, any part of the world, you want to go on cruise, here is the big news for you. We'll be right back.
Hey you, it's time to pack your bags. The world is calling. From the skies above to every corner of the map, explore all 7 continents with journeys designed especially for Europe and Africa. Whether it's a cruise, an all-inclusive resort, a hotel, car rental, theme park getaway, or the perfect excursion, Ayana's Dream Escapes brings the world within reach. Adventures start here. Don't just dream, escape. Book now, visit our site, scan the QR code, or just call today.
Okay, just call today, and we want to say a big thank you for providing this sponsorship. That's one of our own strong supporter. She and her husband has been there for this network, whether we ask or not. And so moving forward, this Wednesday editions of All Things Considered, they have taken ownership of this. And we're going to do everything. We're going to encourage our people, our follower. That says is one of our own. You see, and that's one of the things too. You see, the thing when you talk so, you talk so. There are so many things involved into it. You see, but Cotto really went into details here as well. Pastor just do it that sort of pastor way and stuff like that because he doesn't want to sound like a politician. We have to support our own. And Mr. and Mrs. Clark, that's their business there. You want to travel, you want to go on a cruise, take a time off. Some who can take time on and maybe will be forced to be forced to take time off rentals. And I want to believe it's in state and all of that. I will have to get more detail. And I will encourage if all the husbands for them to come here, so we can have a conversation. Sometimes people value people that are behind the scene doing certain things. We don't just want to showcase, illustrate, but people that are the character, the kind of character that are behind the people. If you're left with me, I can say it all. But we just want to clear the debt. And I encourage them for them to come here for us to have that conversation. And we just want to say thank you to Mr. and Mrs. Frederick for days. And now, all things considered now, my coming to you is true. The INN's dreams escape. We want to thank you so much for that. Dr. Mali, you brought this here. You see the bubble gum flying here. Terry Bado, the round bubble gum tip. Koto came with the juicy fruit because juicy fruit gets some little good spicy stuff and things, good smell and things like that. They get some of those gum when you chew it, then your whole jaw won't fall down, you won't go to dentist. That's what Terry gave all here to Nella. You just squarely put it on us here. But there's a part there too that we must be fair to discuss because our people unwillingness, sometimes some want, some don't, and the support is not given to them. The sort of subsidies and kind of encouragement, the same people policy maker put some stringent measures that will hook their own people and set priority over stranger. So it kind of varies depending why it is. You listen to both of them. Who has a case here?
Well, I'm very disappointed. I'm disappointed in the sense that the issue of the patriotic spirit that I have seen send a little travel around. For instance, so Akaswa, where Liberian women started to engage a spot to sell other goods that were being sold in Liberia. Some of these women rise up against Liberians that they can't sell in the market. They have to go home and relax. When they come to Liberia, they will sell their little goods. I think it is that patriotic spirit. It's about time we get this thing implanted into our country. I think this is where I'm really coming from. All right. And besides that, I'm surprised when the man of God is saying foreigners are bringing investment and you get a large chunk of our people that don't have job. I don't know. It's coming into our country with one slipper on your legs and one shirt, one t-shirt, one straight pant. Then you can't start selling water. Is that an investment you brought to Liberia? You start selling biscuit and you start selling charcoal. You're breaking our wood. Is that is that an investment? These people are bringing to Liberia. If that is the investment, then send 1944. That an investment. Then that's a sad story. You see, let retrospect a little bit. Let's go back to South Africa. When the South African rise up at a time against the Nigerian who were encroaching on almost everything in that country, the government had a system there. The opportunity was there. But every corner is a Nigerian. What do I put my own bags? Every corner is someone selling auto parts. Where is my spot? The people rise up and reduce their population, and most of them ran away. And today, some of those South Africans, they introduce businesses. What we're seeing here is that we cannot love foreigners than foreigners loving themselves. It's about time that we know what type of foreigner in our country. You can move in our country there, you're selling biscuit whole day when we're supposed to be selling biscuit. All right? So I think I'm coming from that patriotic spirit. It's what I'm really talking about. So if the government don't speak to it, you as a citizen, you have to speak to it. Now, according to sources close to this friend that gave me some of the information about the aliens, during Georgia days, all right, you have more than 12,000 Fulani trooping into that country there overnight. Some no paper. All right. And they came through the immigration. When you have one of the immigration buses there that came from the Fulani background and she was born in Liberia. We don't want to call names here. We know the story. So what we're seeing here is about time that we find out who is living in our country. Like what the facilitator said, it's about time that we have the Liberia ICE policy. Let us know who is who in our country there and what you're doing there. Now you get people all in our villages, opening shop, doing all sorts of things there. They have a Gold Creek, depriving our people. We're not supposed to be doing this. They think, is that Joseph Barker? It's not only honor Joseph Barker. It's been on for time immemorial. It's about time we shut the door on these things and let us carry on immigration audit and see who is in our country there. And for record's sake, in 2019, we had 94,448 immigrants from neighboring countries in our country. What are they doing there? What are they doing in our country? What investment they bring in? Cold water investment? Sardine selling investment? Selling flash there investment? Is that an investment, men of God? Charcoal investment? Breaking our rasta to us? Is that what we call investment? It's about time we implement the show me your thing. Let we know who is who in this country. Thank you.
People with the non-less people when I get that, I think we got a farm truck. So my own country graduate Burkina be over, they took the whole place. But to the state, these are point, but I don't know.
CEO, as I forgot to bring that portion in. Your country is almost being hijacked, and no God be dead. They're not living in the forest. All right.
No, you leave the people they're making babies with your own sister, your aunt so high. Now when you go high on them, then you're gonna cause what?
But CEO, here is the danger. As time go by, all those guys are sitting now in that forest there in Grand Jida County. But next year, they will all be qualified. One politician will just go there and say, "This is my constituency," and qualify all of them as Liberian now, and they start voting. That's what's gonna happen.
Oh God. Well, Terry, let's speak on our lives, and then
we gotta be very honest with our people. Do you know that you got law in your country that restricts real property owner to own citizens? Do you know you got law there? You also got law on your books that forbids someone who is not of a natural born descent or a Negro of a Negro descent in Liberia cannot own property like white man. You can't own property in Liberia. You got stringent laws on your books that protect the investment of our citizens. But your citizens poorly do not invest in the country. You cannot, your investment, the investment in the country is strict, is mostly resting on the shoulders of foreigners because they are the only ones that are investing.
So, Terry, let me ask, why are they not investing? Why are they not investing?
Because Liberians do not invest in the country. And I don't know why they're not investing.
Are we also no, you can't just say that. Have we also find out the root causes why, if they are not investing, why are they not investing? Are there conducive situations?
There are root causes why they're not investing.
Okay,
there are many causes. There are many root causes of why Liberians are not investing. Liberians are not investing because most Liberians are waiting for government to give them money. That's one of the root causes. They're waiting for government to give them money to invest. Show me one multi-millionaire in Liberia that have his own investment. Show me one. The last time I checked, Musa Berete now is rising. Maybe Mr. Cummings went there and started to invest more. Bernard Ayue was the guy we used to know. or what he need, Shaw, Emmanuel Shaw them got their money from overseas, from Nigeria and other places. But how many multi-millionaires we have in Liberia? Right now, you ask Liberians, or you ask, are coming up, Dr. Mali, I get you a chance to speak. What a point of, okay, go come with your point of correction.
No, Dr. Mali, let him hear from you. Go ahead. Go ahead, Terry.
So, Mr. So, right now, right, if we did not have the Lebanese, we would not have rice coming to Liberia.
No.
They have tried several Liberian-owned companies.
No.
They have failed.
Not true.
So tell me, you guys much more older than me. Since in Turbo's time, who were the Liberians that were bringing rice to Liberia that caused us to be in a Wahala that led to the killing of Turbo? Show me one. Doe King. Where were the rest? Everything in our country is controlled by government. You ask a typical Liberian man now about investment, he will tell you, say the government need to invest. Instead of him thinking about the investment, he will start telling you that the government need to invest. Benin then got rich. Benin then got rich because they brought Lone Star Cell to Liberia and John in and took in shares. All right. Emmanuel Shaw then got rich because he was doing oil business in Nigeria and other places. Most of those people did not make their money from Liberia. So show me the millionaires that we can line up in Liberia and say these people are multi-millionaires from their own country. There are not many. Only very, very few. And not that the opportunity is not created for them. The opportunity is there. But we just refuse to invest. Because Liberians do not love the country.
Yeah, 1 second. I want to ask
the culture. We love the culture, but we don't love to invest in the country itself for ourselves. Okay, you talking about the Burkina Faso to which gold trade in the interior there. Last day, Mr. So you talking about gold trade. If those Burkina Faso do not go to those places, like myself, I went to CBI, I was doing gold business there. You know how many Liberians in gold business? Liberians are clustered in Monrovia. Even the people who get a gold in Grand Gila and other places, they do not go in the gold business. They see the mineral, they don't go into it. I work with a guy who came from all the way Eritrea, one Baraket, who have his gold company in Dubai. He traveled to Liberia and got a permit and was working in CBI and Middle East in Zweju. That was how I went to Zweju. And who I saw on the mines, most of the people on the mines are Burkina Faso. Why? Because Liberians themselves do not invest. They don't want to go into business. They don't want to do it. That's why you see those people there. Because Liberians don't want to do it.
Okay, we got to make progress. Dr. Mali come in a little bit also with
yeah. I still disagree with the men of God. So my question now, let me bring Joseph Barker into perspective here now, because I've been bending around the whole thing here. You just read a very good policy where the white people are getting, they're not supposed to get property in the country, this and that. So are you saying Joseph Barker is weak? He's not looking at this thing here, that the white people getting all of these things under this government? Then we are talking about when people come with water, we call it investment.
You saw any white man with property in Liberia?
Lebanese get property, of course.
You saw any
Lebanese get
white man that will
Lebanese get a lot of properties in Liberia. Okay, my auntie land.
That means the person got chipping and married.
I give you my example.
That the children get a property, the property will be in the Germany.
Can we do it one at a time, please?
Dr. Mali, check the law.
My auntie property is being bought by a Lebanese. I can tell you that today. Even the Gulf Coast that's supposed to be brought down, all right, at Hotel Africa, is owned by a Nigerian. And he brought it all around so they will not break it down. What are you talking about? All right. So on a Joseph Barker,
but Nigeria is
what I'm saying here, I'm coming now. What I'm saying here is about time we become patriotic. That's what I'm saying here. So if you come with this thing and we're not doing it, we should rise up. You will not do it. You're not coming to benefit. And when people remain poor, will rise up. You go back to your country. It's about time you go back to your country and get a chance to survive in our country. Now, most of the gold mine and the diamond mine you're talking about in our country there, who owns it? So are the foreigners, they wasting all over to that place there. So are you seeing the government is weak to go and weed the people off? They're not supposed to do it. So why the compromise are all about? Let's forget about the people. So this is why some of these South Africans were tired and they rise up. So what is the government? The government is supposed to create an enabling condition for us to strive. So why our government keep allowing these things or they don't know? Half of the people in our place, Nigeria, Ghanaian, they all get Diamond Creek. Most of them get a gold mine. So what are we talking about here? It's about time that we develop a patriotic spirit and rise up against the alien in our country.
So you're trying
and
to
besides
support
that,
xenophobia?
all those ones that parading Moravia will carry on what I call show me your paper policy. We want to know how you down there and that why the crime can't go away from our country. All right? That's why the crime not going away from Moravia. Most of these people, maybe they are jailbreakers, you don't even know, or they are murderers, you don't even, they're just parading in our system, living in normal community and harassing our people. It's about time that the foreigners leave that country. We need our country back.
Dr. Mali, you got minimum crime in
Liberia. Man of God,
your country do not have crimes like other countries.
You were talking, I was not talking.
For the first time, you have bank robbery. They met in one man and you were caught. For the first time.
Man of God, any citizen that is entertaining foreigner in that country, that they are unpatriotic to that piece of land. And they are no foreigner, I think.
Your country is a capitalist state.
It's not a communist state. Liberian citizen and no foreigner, I think we need to get out of that country there. Those who sympathize with foreigners, we need to get it out.
Okay, I know this is a very crucial. It's a very crucial one. We always have to have these open conversations. We also like our folks to participate. So the number is there. It's also available via WhatsApp where you make up the conversation 781-363-5939 and you can have your say. You heard say there's a turnout for ICE Liberia. That's equivalent to ICE USA. But I think everything, this is a sort of open conversation that we all should have. And there are some things the government does have a greater portion to play. But for you to just predominantly blame Liberians that they don't want to do something, of course, they don't have to be a millionaire, but there are a lot of Liberians who try to do little small things here and there. But the same very people when authority creates stringent measures to put things in place that will frustrate you, and you can't go because why? They have other people who they think they can just get from and things. So I think this is where the government really needs to step in, because you are dead. You have to create an environment for people to invest, to do something. But you see now, even with the card thing, now that even the diaspora conference, and that's why some of us we really wanted to go, but because of the time and a lot of other things, some question, you telling people to come invest. Okay, what is there in return? What is it there in return? You live from here, you get a little, all your little 1 cent, you put it down, you want to go. The same old people, before you go through a process, they will prioritize that other person than you because they want to get extra and that person is willing to give double times and what they want. So then you can't blame Liberian as well. So there's a portion, you made a point, there's a portion, they have their part and we have their part. Why it is true, there are others who would not want to do it, like what Carter said. There are certain people, we have this in it. Oh, only the group of people can do this. Only the group of people can do this. That's a different thing. But there are other people who are willing to invest, who are willing to do something. But they create a system in such a way that you yourself say, you know what, I give up, or I can't continue with this. And that's what the problem is. And those ordinary people, they are willing to bribe, they are willing to beat the system in any forms and shape because they want to get their things to go. So then whose fault? It is those who are in charge of the laws, because they create these barriers, they create these obstacles, artificial obstacles. And the worst thing about it is that you get the money, they want to take that goes in their pocket is more than the one that go into government revenue. Is that fair? Absolutely not.
Mr. So, this is the Liberian Constitution prior to the 2018 Land Rights Act. It says the Liberian Constitution previously stated that only Liberian citizens could own real property. Citizenship was. Hey, but give me a chance, Dr. Mali. Please, I'll give you a chance to speak. Citizenship was historically limited to people of Negro descent. Now, when you come to the 2018 Land Rights Act, charitable aspect, the 2018 law relaxed the outright prohibition by allowing certain non-Liberian entities to own property. Non-Liberian missionary, educational, and other benevolent institutions can now own land as long as it is used for the purpose for which it was acquired. So, by this act alone, you come to understand the power given to a Liberian person. All right? But your country is a capitalist state which allow investment from other countries and other nationals. If you cannot do it, and other people come to do it.
You're focusing on one side. We are not saying our country is not a capitalist country. People are allowed to do some. But what we are saying, the privileges you as a citizen you're supposed to get, it is the same policy maker, it is the same lawmaker. They will frustrate you, they will create these hurdles, they will put this obstacle, and you will not have it. But hold on one second.
The lawmakers they're not making law to stop you from investing in your country. Show me one Liberian that will say, okay, yeah, this is my bank. I own this bank. And you trying to establish a bank, or you trying to do a rest business or something, and the government shut you down. Show me one. Name one of them for me. Let me know. Because since I've been coming on, I never hear. Because right now the radio stations are open. If I have money to invest in these kind of projects, right? Like, look at the guy, Flex Electronic. He said every citizen needs to be given a gram of gold annually. You see the kind of mentality that they have? This kind of person can never invest in your country because you need the government to give it to you.
This is why you made is because our government is unable. That's a different thing. But you know how it's this country. You know how government supports small businesses. You remember the crisis, the financial crisis. You know how many companies were, you know how many businesses were rescued. That government got to get them, even though they pay back, but they were subsidized. That's what he's saying. But government is our government.
The country was built on investment on the backs of other companies and other countries. How do you think America is rich to now?
So the water selling, they're not invest. Cold water selling by foreign, they're not investment. Charcoal is not investment.
Let me go to the full line.
Selling our rock. Those are not investment.
Why are people can't sell cold water too?
Those are money making venture. Those are money making venture. Okay, honor your government. What's happening there? Everything you listen is on the opposite.
Okay, let's go. Hold on for 1 second. Let's go to the phone line. Caller, are you there?
Yes, sir. CEO, this is Wilson.
Good evening. Let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you. Hi, so everyone on the panel, me on the panel there. So, Liberianization policy, Liberians are not getting too involved in investing in their own country. And all the whole nine, it depends on our government creating an enabling environment. Now, we got to put it in historical context, right? Prior to all of what we went through, right? There are few Liberians who were involved in Liberia, and those were the elite. You talk about the greater portion of our country, the greater portion of our population, they had nothing. They had nothing. It's after our civil war when a lot of Liberians went out and started to experience a little bit of financial independence, they started to go back to invest. But yet the state government suppress our people. You ship things from, you want to open something back home. You are suppressed. The bureaucracy, the corruption, and it coming from citizens, or just ordinary citizens, it coming from government. Now, the new thing that people in government do in high places, they hide the money.
Ketra, you going off.
People, but they will not protect you, Liberian, who want to do the same business. You will go through all sorts of, or struggle to even get started in the country. So sometimes, if government want, and don't forget, a society that want to have a stable economy, you must allow your citizens, the people who live there, I talk about your citizens, to be able to handle money, to have access to property and other things so that they can pay taxes. Then the economy will be like a revolving door going into a spin like the American economy. Because more people will then pay taxes to government. More people will then pay taxes to government, and then government will be able to function properly. But we cannot continue the way we're going, where government is oppressing our own people. And then Liberians are not too involved in some of the things that are supposed to bring us, the financial freedom. And that's the problem we face as a nation. Thank you, Mr. Soul.
Thank you so much. Terry, we see where you're coming from, but there are a lot of things here. And that's what I said, the enabling environment, a lack of poor investments, the climate is not conducive, we don't need electricity, is not so. We are as a result, it makes us to be limited to get certain things done, and the government should be able to take the lead. It's because that's what we say.
Then why do we blame the foreigners for investing in that kind of climate when we say the climate is not good, the security not correct? But then you blaming the foreigners for investing under those kind of conditions.
Because the foreigner come and bribe your politician. Because the foreigner come and bribe member of your government, including this government, to strike.
Your co-host interrupting you.
You see? No, I just answered your question. I
have a caller on the line, guys. We gotta do it one at a time, please. We can't be to doing. Mr. Davis, good evening.
Hey, Sia, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
So, you listen to Dr. Mali. I think this is a very good one. You're calling for ICE Liberia. That's a different thing to talk about. But hey, but let's hear you with this respect to Liberian taking charge of they as a citizen and the overall investment climate in terms of the regulatory part, what is conducive, what are you clearing here right now? You get a little 1 or 2 cents you've been keeping, you want to carry it, but when you go see one person to create this sort of nightmare for you to the extent that they're going to leave everything that I'm going back, I'm packing my bag, I'm going back tomorrow. They're doing it on purpose. Let's hear you.
Thank you for the show tonight. The topic that the mother brought out is very important. But in the first place, don't have ourselves first. In the Liberia community, even in Liberia, the Liberia businesses in Liberia, we have only few Liberians that are doing different business, the gas business, other stuff. But our big business in Liberia is the entertainment business, the nightclub. It's a business Liberia really trust. Liberia believe in opening a nightclub. But when it comes on the matter Liberia taking over the businesses in the country, I can attest to it that in the various countries, excluding Monrovia, in the various countries, even when you go Granted, because when Granted 2011, we were there. Businesses in Granted is dominated by the typical Liberia over there. Businesses in Nima or Ganta area is dominated by typical Liberia, even Bassa or most other countries. But when it comes to Maserado, what is happening in Maserado is too discouraging. You will see the Chinese woman selling ice cream on the street. And these are the businesses that we the Nigerians are supposed to be doing. As Cotton rightfully said. But how many Nigerians really get here to join to the businesses? Everybody want to go, and you get no money, one go say open a boutique. And a food maker open a shop, Fuller men know how to control everything. They know how to control themselves. The Fuller men will have one guy over and over. But when the Nigerian men open their business, They want to have, multiple hands and getting it. It's not drinking that is getting that. It's not correct. At the end of the day, when they even take loan from the bank, they will be able to pay the loan back. But when the foreigner go to the bank and take the money, they pay the bank back. So the banks in Nigeria trusting the foreign national compared to typical Nigeria, because typical Nigerian take the money, they don't pay back. Some people run away. If we really want to take over the country and get in the sense of the businesses, we ourselves got to move in our share. We got to live on the zone that if the team alone in there cannot provide money for us. Look at store in real life. Many of these stores are in real life dominated by the Fulham. But when the Fulham may open a store, he bring your brother or son to come work in the store because they don't trust the Nigerian. But you, the Nigerian man, you open your little business, you put somebody there, at the end of the day, they will start stealing your own money like that. It happened to me. I had a gas business. I was doing gas business. The fellow who I trusted with the business, they may end up, they can't imagine. Iron cash by what we were saving the money in. They may say the money disappear in the cash bag. I'm telling you a true story. In that case, we was up and down with that case, and the master that time we ate. So it is difficult. But by right, the foreign national, their businesses they're supposed to be doing, and there are some businesses in Nigeria, we the Nigerians are be doing. But these people are taking the opportunity because we are not getting into the businesses. So we are giving them more opportunity. Mr. So you talk about grandchildren. No, look at grandchildren in Burkina Faso. They are already crossed in Bon County. So the 45,000 are down there already born by the sister then down there. Today, tomorrow, when they open a bakery and find only bakery in that area, and the sister they come and get a business lesson for them. When you go there and drop those people because of what? The person that if our business is a Nigerian. These are the areas that we are not giving chance to the government to operate sometimes. But by right, the government have to put the law in order and give what belongs to the Nigerian and what belongs to the foreigner to do. Thank you for the show, Mr. Solo.
Good arguments. Yeah. Like put to their own taboo, they get plenty of things then to you get plenty of things. It's hard to talk. You can't put your hair on a chopping board because they can just leave you there. And I mean, all of that is it's all a challenge. Okay, what guys, that's how we're gonna do it this evening here. Let's get our final presentation and then we can get this night wrap up. Let me start with you. I think Dr. Malley went first, right? So let's come to Terry. Terry, pull into context for us. What are we not understanding? What we need to understand, if you will.
Well, it's a hard discussion because I also partly agree with you guys, and I'm not fighting the opinion here. My own opinion is based on the law and what have been provided for the Liberian people. And the reason why I disagree with Dr. Malley is because I'm not going to blame foreigner for what is already rightfully mine. And I'm not going to use or transfer aggression because I can't get what foreigners can get done in my own country. That means that I should take it all on foreigner. It's almost like what you've done in Trump. It's almost like what you're doing going on here. All right. You start to get rid of certain people. You say, okay, immigrant not doing well. So let's get rid of them. Now you get rid of the immigrant now. Nobody to go on the apple farm to help the people then to get the apple. Nobody to harvest for you. Because the typical American with documents is not going to work on the apple farm. So you can't use transfer aggression because other people are benefiting from what you're supposed to be benefiting from. So you're angry and you take it all on them. No, go back to your laws. Your laws provide you the opportunity to get these jobs. Your law provide you the opportunity to invest and get first preference. Your law provide you the opportunity to own property. Most of the properties that you see that Lebanese are renting out, those hotels to international guests, there's not owned by them. These properties are owned by Liberians. Yes, somebody struck a very fine point during the American-Liberian rule and thing. Most of the farms, like I work on one of the largest farms in Banga, all right, rubber plantation, was carrying about 200 acres of land of rubber. And I'm not going to call the person name, but the person worked with the late President Tubman. That was how you were able to secure those. Most of those farms in Liberia are owned by American Liberians. And most of those properties that the Lebanese are owned by American Liberians. So that was how they make their money. So most of them, even the government structures were owned by American Liberians. All right. But now the country is in the hands of native people. And you won't tell me, say, you as a Liberian, you're not able to do this thing because all the laws are there provided for you. If you have a problem, take the case to the court or go and pressurize your lawmaker. Let your lawmaker go. They got radio station, they got media. Explain to the media, say, I came with this amount, I'm a Liberian, and the people refuse. Let Leo there, Leo building the largest lab, let other Liberian investing. What's stopping you from investing in your own country that you want to take it on foreigner and instigating xenophobia? I would not support that. Lastly, Mr. So, the police officer. Police officers need to be weaponized. Even if they get electronic gun or rubber bullets, all right, they need to be weaponized to show some level of deterrent so that they can secure themselves. Otherwise, they will always be disrespected and they will be run over with car. Thank you very much for the show.
All right, there you have it, Dr. Jones.
Yeah, it's very disappointing that at this time in our history, we're now embracing patriotism. The issue the men of God just talk about, the American Liberian, they own where they got the money from. They sent for the same resources to get this money. Okay, our resources, they're where they took it to get this, they're where they store all this money and start to get all these things, and today they are enjoying. So that's not a free ride. No, they didn't bring the money from outside. They started from right inside there. Sure, he a shareholder in Nigeria. Where they got all that money from? They got all that money from the resources in Liberia. You see? So at the end of the day, the whole mama point. Okay, so even the issue of land redistribution, that's going to be the next topic that we got to get in. We need to redistribute land in our country there. Land is concentrated in the hand of few people. Since 1847, we got to take some of this land by and distribute it to the commoner in our country. So we will get to that later on. That will be another topic. All right. But what we are seeing here, is about time for the foreigner to give up breathing space.
So, Dr. Male,
yes, sir.
I think I remember you talk about some sort of radical change. They look at that radical change you're talking about now.
Well, I classify this. So I want to ask, men of God gets some very salient point. But here is the issue. Here myself, we are at different wavelength right now because I want to be a real nationalist, patriotic Liberian right now. And he doesn't want to be in our category. Fine. But what I want to say here is this. Which of the Liberian government ever said selling cold water, ice cream, firewood, breaking rock, mining our sand would be a crime if you did it? So when we're talking about government coming in to create an enabling condition, I think this is what we're talking about. If you do this 1 year, you'll go to jail for 6 years. You sell cold water in the country here, we'll put you behind bar. All right? We don't have to go to lawmaker. The executive is there. His Excellency that you're supporting, he in charge right now. How many times they made the announcement that cold water, you're not supposed to do the 1 year. If you do the 1 year, and this is what we're going to do. How many? I have not heard that kind of announcement before. You see? So what we're seeing, like, look at, we got one cement factory in Liberia. The issue of monopoly is all over the place. All right? Before then, it was the same American Liberian who store our money in the system, and they used to bring rent on the shop. The same American Liberian. Later on, they started extending it to their friends to come into the system. You see? So things are not fair on our part. But I'm coming from the patriotism aspect now. It's about time that we love our country and rise up, and all the aliens in the system now, let it take their exit and get a chance to have a breathing space.
Oh, wow. Okay, let me see. I think I don't know whether Koto want to make a contribution. Okay, so you said what sooner or later do a land redistribution of land.
Yeah, time to redistribute land in our country there so that it can be fair and balanced. Few people land is concentrated in the hand of few people in our country. It's not fair. Like Mama point, we need to redistribute that place and let some of the native people get on that place and let it be fair and balanced all over the country. You see, these are some of the 1847 system they left behind. I mean, we
Okay.
got to visit all of these things, facilitator.
All right. Well, all we have is conversations, and ultimately, it is the people want to decide. Guys, I want to thank you so much. That's how we're going to wrap it up here. By God's willing, same time, same station. Tomorrow, I think Terry will be here with his man. Oh, they're going to blow the thing off tomorrow.
Terry, man, they went blow the
Terry,
thing up. Will not be there. No problem.
Terry going to take this to the liberal, and the liberal will come tomorrow and label you as some sort of person. Trust me, tomorrow they're going to really chew you up.
Mr. So we flow according to what kind of topic on the flow. When we finish with it, we finish with it. If liberal decide to bring it up,
obviously the liberal will bring it up. Liberal will get it from you, and you're gonna pass it on to the liberal, and you're gonna be on that one. Mali say he won't bring ice to Liberia. My goodness, that one is gonna be a.
Dr. Mali want many things. He want capital punishment. He want instigate xenophobia. Now he want to redistribute lands and properties. So obviously, the next thing he will be targeting is the Mandingo people. They are not him. They are not Liberian.
I don't want you to put that one in my mouth.
Anyway, sorry, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's just a complex situation. Anything about our country, it's just horrible. We the citizen will get our part to play. Government get their part to play as well, because I mean the atmosphere even now. You see, this conference was a good conference. Now they're calling people to invest. What is the assurance? What is the reassurance of national government? You're not just going to tell people to go dump their money somewhere. For some other person, the next thing you go low after one other administration, they can't get that person. You go to court, endless case from this court to this court, nothing coming from out of it. I mean, these are things discouraging. They get a lot of people that get money elsewhere, but nobody want to go put their money. Is the essence of a business is to get profit. Nobody want to go into business and find yourself to be a victim. No. And I'm not going to take another fatigue net. You can't go, they carry that to get money. So I think this conference, what are those things were discussed, because you got to reassure people. Now, what is in it?
Right.
And one of the things I reached out to them, and I hope they will return our call in kind, is all of the economists, all of the experts, Cote d'Ivoire, Ghana, all of those people had this issue, the currency issue in our country. I don't know why they are not discussing it. It's one of the problems. You cannot have two currencies in a country to be running here and there. No, it was a high decision, but the Ghanaian ultimately they took a decision. So why the economists, why the financial experts, why they can't come up with it? Whatever board that drops at the end of the day, it happened. We saw what happened to Ghana when they decided finally to go with their city. And that's it. That's what people know. But you have people, every little thing you go buy in the store, people not getting you, they're not everybody getting paid. Even if they are getting paid in US dollar, why your own currency is not prioritized? Why this conversation is not being picked up?
Because you're not manufacturing anything.
It's not just
so you're not manufacturing anything. Your currency will not have no value.
No, that's not. That's a point.
But CEO, you know that Liberia, from our research, I stand to be corrected, it's the only country on planet Earth that having dual currency.
That
and
is
as long as
bad.
we continue to have the dual currency, the corruption in our country will never go away.
This thing was there, and that's why the big boys tell you they can fight this something here. Don't talk a hard land policy, even though at the end of the day it's something. and that's compel people to also bring huge investment. A coin when they kick that thing off, that's everything. There's a good and bad side, but it compels people. We saw the huge growth of development because people are no longer taking the money out. They give them timeline. You need to report. You need to have this within this period of time. Other people that were taking it for a joke. At the end of the day, the iron bear left with them.
Yeah.
But anyway, the West City man, we're getting too smart, so we gotta get rid of him.
That's what happened because the system they get it's a
but
higher.
So
there's a higher
condition is. Our condition is that.
So you're the pastor, then you're the target people. How you're praying to the other? How you're praying to this God here? Why you can't let him do something? Because somebody just said to your prayer, then you're praying one eye open, one eye closed. You're calling for other people to be condemned. You're calling for other people. You're go so you're admit other people. You're called them to the. It's you get problem.
But Mr. So everybody got to eat. Somebody pastor then got to gash on team. So then I'm just kidding. But Mr. So Liberia is a complex child. Liberia have a lot of complexity.
It's a serious thing. If that currency thing cannot be to resolve. Now this conference here, these are things that I don't know what I got. It was on there because I never heard anything. Because it must be
Madam Shirley tried to control the currency. She tried to introduce a system that will eliminate this dual currency thing. It didn't work. An economist, and she had a lot of economists in the government. They start even today in Liberia, they're still fighting on it because there are certain policies that you have to put in place in order for your currency to become domineering. Once you don't have those policies put into place, and one of the major things that help your currency to be domineering, at least if you have something that you're manufacturing in the country, But let me tell you something. The Liberian dollar, if you go to Sierra Leone, the Liberian dollar is higher than the Leones. If you go to Guinea, if you go to Ivory Coast, the Liberian dollar is still higher than the CFA. It's still higher than the Guinea money, the Guinea franc. So
now with CFA.
Now with CFA. I was 1997. 1997. How many Liberian dollar equivalent to 1,000 CFA?
What 1997? Why are we in today? How many years today from 1997?
I agree, but how much now is 1,000 CFA to the Liberian dollar?
The US dollar, they don't even.
I thought you said US dollar, but Liberian dollar is worthless.
Yes, at the border. You don't. I
say worthless.
You don't know that your borders have trade with the Liberian dollar. You know
supposed to be.
When I went to Sierra Leone, $100 was 5,000 leons. I don't know how much it is right now.
Which year was that?
$1 was. That was 2002. Around 2002. I don't know the rate now. But it's still, the Liberian dollar is still higher than the leons. The Liberian dollar, I can challenge you now. The Liberian dollar is still higher than the CFA. At the Ivorian border.
Yeah, but you just talking about one currency. We get two.
Dr. Toto said no. Okay, give me the currency right now. Let me can Google it.
I can tell you
the currency right now.
CFA, Liberian dollar, CFA don't even go there because the US dollar said they don't even value the US dollars. It's strictly
even the Ghana cedis.
Ghana cedis don't even get time for that.
Value than your Liberian dollar.
They have a specific one. That old table bill you carry in Ghana, nobody gonna pay attention. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Have a pleasant evening. So we're gonna be back here on Friday during the course of the week. We're keeping track. Today is what? Today is the first 24 days to go to the presidential general elections in neighboring La Côte d'Ivoire. We are hoping to host one of the folks from Côte d'Ivoire. Our guy has been reporting a lot, and hopefully there will be some. That on the 25th going to be their presidential election. So we are doing everything to also see whether there will be a coverage from that end. They are our neighbors. We must keep eyes on what is happening. Peace in Cote d'Ivoire is peace in Liberia. So it is important, but there's a serious political tension there, as usual. So the sitting president, the incumbent, is seeking re-elections after the change of the constitution. Other people are being banned, and so that's the hala ongoing that. Guys, Dr. Maliat, Terry, thank you so much, and have a pleasant evening.
Yep.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, folks, that does it this evening. Again, today's program is being brought to you by Diana's Dream Escape. So let's take this here and
Hey you, it's time to pack your bags. The world is calling. From the skies above to every corner of the map, explore all 7 continents with journeys designed especially for Europe and Africa. Whether it's a cruise, an all-inclusive resort, a hotel, car rental, theme park getaway, or the perfect excursion, Ayana's Dream Escapes brings the world within reach. Adventures start here. Don't just dream, escape. Book now, visit our site, scan the QR code, or just call today.
that's it right there. That's our own Estos and Archibald. Yeah, this is the number 609-836-1199. If you just need assistance and you need further information, just call and I can get those reservation going. Once you want to take a cruise, you want to get your rental, you want to fly inside Liberia, Europe, any parts. You listen to that. It's the continent, anywhere, it seems to be unlimited. Call if you need more information. Call. Somebody will definitely speak with you, and all of your questions can be answered. So I want to thank them so much for providing sponsorship to this program, All Things Considered Wednesday, and we will continue to do that. We encourage them maybe to have them here to have a conversation, be it 30 minutes, whatever time that they can allot, just to get information so that the audience, the people would know the faces and that behind this business. It is our own. You see it now? That's our own Liberian. Now we have to trust them. We gotta believe in them. We have to take a shot. Try it, but don't go carefully away credit business here because all the do and pay. No. That's where the problem will come from. As soon as you start selling your grumpy, you go to full man, they will pay the money. But when I come to you, then I tell man that part down. I just want grumpy bear. I will come by. They gone for good. You call them and they start getting upset. So there are a lot of things that are keeping us down. There are a lot of things that are stopping us from doing what we're supposed to do because it is the behavior of people. They always pull people down. They will never elevate their own. And that is bad. That's something we need to undo it. Hey, Reggie. Could even see that going on. Mr. Morris Gay is better late than never. Moses Momolu, thank you for jumping in. But that's how we're going to leave it here today. Again, don't forget to get those reservations going. You want to do your last minute rush to get 1 day, 2 days treat called the Iona's Dream Escapes. 609-8366-1199.
Hey you, it's time to pack your bags. The world is calling. From the skies above to every corner of the map, explore all 7 continents with journeys designed especially for Europe and Africa. Whether it's a cruise, an all-inclusive resort, a hotel, car rental, theme park getaway, or the perfect excursion, Ayana's Dream Escapes brings the world within reach. Adventures start here. Don't just dream, escape. Book now, visit our site, scan the QR code, or just call today.
There you have it. That's Ayana's Dream Escapes. 609-836-1199 and get those reservations strictly in tight. Trust me, staff are standing by to answer those questions. Until then, is and so of LPR gives you that info. Who knows? By just calling that, you might get extra. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying it. But tell them that we gave you this info. We want to thank you so much for being with us here this evening. In your presence as always, Mr. Sly Stevens, always good to have you here. Peter White, thank you. Mr. Morris Gray, thank you for joining us. Zizit Kabat, thank you so much for joining us. Your comments, your tweets, your suggestions, your interactions is what keeping us going here on this network. I want to thank you to always send your suggestion. Again, like we said, you want to be a contributor, analyst on this network, let us know it, regardless of your political background. To whoever you want to support, that is exclusively up to you. Today our correspondents in Ivory Coast, we got 24 days to go. Even though from indication, we reached out to one of the parties. There are a lot of parties, but they are the Benson. And we reached out to them just to have a conversation. And that was just extraordinary, I should mention that, as compared to sometimes our own people will get them because they feel you either not part of them or they conclude you are against them. But this guy will get this party, FPE, it's one of the popular party in the Cote d'Ivoire. We reached out to them and their leadership, they were able to, respond. And we are working on something to have a conversation because they speak English very well. Peace in Cote d'Ivoire is peace in Liberia and peace in the the southwestern region as a whole. So if all goes well, we're going to have then here be the party chairman, the prospects of the elections, what they think, what are their apprehensions, what the people, society need to do, how they intend to do it differently for the people of Cote d'Ivoire who might be having a conversation here. But from out front, they really they are willing to come here to tell their story as well as to why they should be the next government in waiting or be the next government in Cote d'Ivoire. So we're not going to limit ourselves when we reach out to our people. Those who are willing to come, they come. Those who don't want to come, so be it. It's always normal, and that's how the society look like. It's polarized. I'm first time seeing it that people come in media, you reach out to them. Instead of them reaching out, when you reach out, they still don't respond. They don't answer your phone call. They don't respond to your message. And that's what we're seeing happening here. It's because some of these things, when they come here, our officials, they should be able to make themselves accessible. You call them, they don't, unless they feel that confident, oh, he's one of us. They are one of us, then they participate. And we really don't have time for that. Our job is to reach out to them. Reach out, the decision is exclusively their decision to agree or not to agree. So we will play our part and see. Again, to reach out to the the diaspora committee, the end of conference. We're going to have our breath to see the outcome, to what we discussed, what's the understanding, to what next. Now the conference is over. What next? And that's part of the problem. Sometimes we have these meetings, we have these arrangements, the implementation, the finishing aspect is the point. It's not just only to assemble. What would be the resolution? And if the resolution is presented, will it be acted upon? Will it be implemented? What becomes of it? Or you just want to go in another shelf to wait again until another person comes in and say, oh, we have here another versions of diaspora meeting? Hopefully not. So we want to wait and see what was learned and what maybe needs to improve. Maybe Dr. Toto, our own analyst, you need to come tell, because you told us it was 100% successful. So maybe hopefully to you, not from the committee's point. I'm not sure whether you are with a committee, but we'll be glad if you can come and provide insight and that we can have this question here. Let me see. Guys, hold me in this number. I don't just want to put a person on the line, but I want to make sure whether they want to come before I can call them. Hello? Yeah? No, No, now you're wrapping up, but I just muted. I didn't put you on because I'm not too sure. Okay. Yeah. I can. You want me to put you on? Okay. Oh, okay. Then we can arrange something better. I will call you after the program. Okay. I will call you on. Okay. Wow. Okay. We're gonna hold our breath until we finalize that call. That was a kind of call. We're gonna finalize it. Until then, folks, I want to thank you so much for being my guest here this evening. And don't forget, don't come back, forget. I say I'm gonna. What I don't know, I gotta call her and then we're gonna find out. But I'm sure it's not just only to Euro Africa. I believe it's somewhere around USA. People want to make renters and all of that. If that's the case, that would be very, very, very good. But again, it's our own business. Let's support. And I'm really, really grateful to Mr. and Mrs. Fredericks for their support to this network. What we ask, we don't ask, they give. And if we all can do that and begin to support people, that would be good. Sometimes we gotta give the support. If it fails, then we come and talk about it. But if we don't show support to what people do, and we just come and insert ourselves on a personal basis without us experiencing, then it's just unfair. And so, as we said, moving forward, this program, every Wednesday edition, is being brought to you, courtesy of Travelers. Take advantage.
Hey, you. It's time to pack your bags. The world is calling. From the skies above to every corner of the map, explore all 7 continents with journeys designed especially for Europe and Africa. Whether it's a cruise, an all-inclusive resort, a hotel, car rental, theme park getaway, or the perfect excursion, Ayana's Dream Escapes brings the world within reach. Adventures start here. Don't just dream, escape. Book now, visit our site, scan the QR code, or just call today.
Yeah, don't just dream, but escape. So, in essence, what they are telling you, put it into reality. Don't just don't like it shouldn't just stay in in your dream. It should be perfected and it should be felt. So to call them today and tell them is Lpr gives you that info. Thank you so much, and let's do it again. And your suggestions always as usual. Welcome. We really you see when the liberal not here, you see how the program is peaceful, is stabilized. But when the old man comes here, he and his Terry and Dr. Toto, the other dropout labor LPP guy who went to Gongro, Bron, all the Bron straw finning, he jumped to Boyka, learned to Toto now naturalized as Lothian. So, well, you know, he closer from Bon County to Lofa, so he never, but the man that from way Grand there, he now takes shit citizenship in Lofa. You see what power, authority? Everybody wants to be in the proximity. And then he comes here and he's brave enough, the liberal. The people don't know him. He doesn't know the people. Yet he speaks for them. How? Why would you sell us something that you don't know about? Then tomorrow, if it doesn't go well, then he comes back to tell us, I told you that I was on it. I don't know them. They don't know me. So why are you dragging us into it? But he's staying away in recent time is on purpose because he knows what's going on. The liberal progressive Koto Jala Balahin, Dr. George Toto, Terry Pastor Collins, Sissy, the other people, and Dr. Mali and myself, even though sometimes some of his voice, sometimes his own thing can be so extreme, I don't know why he not come from with Ice Liberia again. So you can't too lean on him because he's gonna put you into Red Sea. So I can always keep my eyes open on Dr. Mali because some of the things too can be so ridiculous. Land redistribution and all kinds of stuff. It's an all Trump ideology too. He's bringing to us. Guys, thank you so much and have a pleasant evening. Bye bye. That's Pauline there, traditionalist, and the song says, just stop sitting, find something to do, don't just sit down. And that's why she tries to illustrate. You saw her sitting there, and then the music kicks up and put it into action, try to illustrate. Don't sit down, stop the gossip, find something to do. That's what the song says. I want to thank you so much and have a bye-bye for now.